Tyler, let's get to our picks right here as we close up the program. Because you are 12 games over 500. I still don't believe when you put this graphic up. I still don't. I think you're wrong. I think I have a better record than this. Am I really 4 games under 500 still? I mean, I've been going 2-2 every week, so I guess I could be. Seems like I've been 2-2 for 2 weeks in a row. But anyway, all right. So this is one of these.
Well, no, you're 4 games over 500. Or no, you're 2 games over 500. Excuse me. You're 8-2 on the Eagles. You're 13-7. Oh, you mean just in the NFL?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
My overall
record. I don't care about the Eagles record. I care about we do have a good beat on what the Eagles are doing this year. No, the total. Because then if you look at it, I'm doing terrible. So if you take the Eagles wins out of there, that means I have 5 wins on the season.
No. The 13-17 is your picks are your NFL separate picks. You are 21-19, including your 3 picks every week and the Eagles selection. If you take the Eagles selection out of it, your 3 picks every week, through the first 10 weeks, you are 13-17.
Okay.
But you're 21-19 if you
I understand it now, but I guess what I'm saying, if I'm tricked by it, then a lot of people out there are saying, like, oh, Marks doesn't know bleep. I do. Anyway, I don't know about this week, though. This is Tyler and I talking before the show, we're like, I think if I picked every game this week, I would have an over 500 record. It's which games you're going to pick because there's not a lot of great ones. So I'm going to start in Miami. The Dolphins are hosting the Raiders. Come on down, Desmond Ridder. He gets to start for the Las Vegas this week. Miami's only 3-6 on the season, but this feels like a blowout to me. I'll take the Dolphins minus 7.5 over the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, battle for the AFC North. 7-2 Steelers, 7-3 Ravens. Why are the Baltimore Ravens 3.5 point favorites over the Steelers? The Steelers are at home. All these games are field goal games. Go back and look at the history of these teams. They're all very close games. This line went from 3 to 3.5, which means there's obviously money being bet on Baltimore, and they're not running away from it, but they're adjusting. Odds makers are telling you they don't believe in Russell Wilson. That's my opinion on it. They've seen him do well, and he's managed games, and he throws a good deep ball. But Russell Wilson is not the Russell Wilson of old that a lot of people remember. And Lamar's got to get off the schneid. He has not played well against the Steelers. This is the week I think they do it. I'm going to take the Ravens, and I'm going to buy it right now at 3.5 because I don't know if it's going to go up to 4. You could wait to see if it goes back down to 3, but I like the Ravens, so I'm going to get them at 3.5 right now. Vikings have won 2 straight. Remember, they lost 2, then they won 2. But Sam Darnold, and I all year I was waiting to do it. Tyler, all year I was waiting because he looked really good at the beginning of the year, and he's done this before. He's back to being Sam Darnold. He sucks. It's only a matter of time. But you know who sucks worse? Will Levis. And he's in line to be the starter for the Titans this week. So with that being said, because Minnesota's defense is very good, and their offense is good when you don't have to rely on Sam Darnold throwing the football. They won ugly last week. I think they win ugly again this week, but they'll get more points and they'll cover. I'll take Minnesota -6 over the Fighting Will Levises of Tennessee. Tyler, you and your spiffy 12-game over 500 record. What do you got?
Man, you're making me feel like I should be apologizing for this record.
No,
these are my picks this week. Matt LaFleur is 10-0 against the Chicago Bears in his tenure as the Green Bay Packers head coach. Not only do I think that continues, but after the Bears fire Shane Waldron, which might be a good thing for the Bears, but they fire Shane Waldron, there seems to be some discontent in the locker room. I don't know how happy they are with not only just the play calling, but the quarterback play. They've struggled to put sustained drives together. I think in the last 2 weeks, they've gone under 17 points each of the last 2 weeks. Even though this is a game on the road, it's a division game, the Bears kind of need this one to save face, or their season may end up getting flushed down the toilet. I think the Packers are just a substantially better team than the Bears. Even on the road, I will take them to win this game by a touchdown. I'm going to take the -5.5. This one was an intriguing one for me. The Falcons and the Broncos. The Falcons lose last week to the Saints. The Broncos lose on the blocked field goal attempt so the Chiefs stay undefeated. I think if I'm picking one unit of the 4, Falcons offense, defense, Broncos offense, defense, the best of the 4 groups is the Broncos defense. And this being an under 3-point line tells me Vegas slightly favors the Atlanta Falcons in this one. I'm going to go against Vegas on this one. I'm going to take the Broncos and their defense. I'm going to take Denver -2.5 to win this game and get back over 500.
It is an interesting line. I agree with you. I was thinking the same way. Like that's a slight lean towards the Falcons. I agree.
And then the last one, I think I'm just going to continue. I talked about, riding Detroit because they've been so good this year. I think the inverse can also be true. You can ride the bad teams. You did it with Tennessee this week. I'm going to keep doing it with the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to take the Houston Texans. So when I made this graphic, they were -7. The line's up to 7.5 now. I think they're going to win this game by double digits. I know Houston's not looked as sharp as many have expected. They're 6-4 now on the season after they do lose that game to Detroit last week. I think CJ Stroud bounces back. Nico Collins is expected to play. I think that's massive for the entirety of the team. I am going to take the Texans, and my bad, the Texans are actually on the road in this one. It's at Dallas, night game Sunday Night Football, but I am going to take the Texans. It's -7, -7.5. I don't think it really matters. I'm going to take Houston either way.